Hello, Blackhawks Nation. Welcome to the Blackhawks Daily, your favorite recap of the daily buzz about your Chicago Blackhawks. I'm your host, PJ. So let's get to the top 4 topics of today. And before we get started, I just want to say a little behind the scenes. I record these the day before, right now, because it's off season, it's slow. During the season, when the games are playing at night and everything, I'll be recording these super early in the morning so I can get all the hot tidbits from the night before. But right now, I'm recording the night before. So that being said, I'm in this get-up because I was at the Windy City Smokeout as a guest of one of the sponsors of the Windy City Smokeout, which is a company by the name of Kinsey Foods. And Kinsey Foods is a fantastic barbecue sauce company that I happen to know. And I'm actually kind of involved in barbecue. I'm on a competitive barbecue team called Diabolical Pig Barbecue. Great bunch of guys. They're all my best friends and fantastic cooks. They are. I'm just there for comedic relief. But Kinsey Foods, I'm mentioning them because tomorrow, on Friday, every bottle that they sell, if you go online, Kinsey Foods, Kinzie foods.com, every bottle that you buy, and their flavors are amazing, and I'm not just saying that. It really is amazing. Every bottle that you buy, every cent that you spend on their products, shipping, taxes, everything, goes to support survivors of the Texas floods. So it's a super great cause. It's not the proceeds, it's every cent. So if you can, and you want some fantastic product, please support them. Thank you. And nothing like being caught in the rain when you're trying to get over a cold. So let's get into it. So per the Hawks Insider, 2 Chicago Blackhawks forwards left the organization to attend the 2025 World Junior Summer Showcase in Minneapolis. So the Chicago Blackhawks have drafted many top players over the years, and it appears that 2 of them will need to attend an event that will force them to leave Chicago momentarily. And indeed, a new report confirmed that Anton Frandel and AJ Spelacy, I'm going with my Polish roots, and I'm going to say Spalaci, but Spelacy, will attend the 2025 World Junior Summer Showcase from July 25th to August 2nd in Minneapolis. They will represent Team Sweden, Frandel will, and Team USA, Spalacy, at the camp. And they will also feature players from Canada and Finland. Per Chicago Hockey Now, the Blackhawks have 2 prospects taking part in the summer showcase. Anton Frandel, 3rd overall pick in 2025 NHL draft, is on Sweden's roster. 2024 3rd round pick AJ Spelacy is on Team USA. The camp, which will feature practices and games between players from the United States, Canada, Finland, and Sweden, will take place from July 25th to August 2nd at Ritter Arena in Minneapolis. Canada and Finland will announce their rosters later. Drafted 3rd overall by the Chicago Blackhawks a few weeks ago, Frandel will play for Sweden alongside the Islanders' 16th overall pick, Victor Eklund, as well as 2026 NHL draft-eligible players Viggo Bjork and Ivar Stenberg. AJ Spelacy, drafted 72nd overall by the Hawks in 2024, will compete with the U.S. with Cole Hudson, James Hagan, and many more. Last season, the 19-year-old forward scored 18 goals and 19 assists in 62 games excuse me, with the Windsor Spitfires in the OHL. It'll be interesting to see if both players can make their country's roster for the next WJC, which will take place between December 26th and January 5th in Minnesota. All right, let's see if we can make it through this. Moving on from there. Taking a look, so now we're going to do a little speculation here. Taking a look at the really quiet offseason, are we just waiting to see about our chances on the McKenna lottery? So apparently, the Hawks haven't been too enamored with the veterans that we brought in last year, and I think the results showed that. So this year, we're kind of leaning back, right? We didn't do much in the offseason. We certainly have been very quiet. So We've already said we're letting the youngins take the reins. That's cool and all. Working the farm system to its max potential. Fine with that. However, does that mean that McKenna is kind of in the back of everyone's mind? Are we just not saying the quiet part out loud? There's no doubt that he's a franchise maker. Excuse me. He's already been anointed as the next Connor McDavid. He's a silky skater, an elite shot, an excellent passer. Last season in the WHL, he had 41 goals and 88 assists in 56 games. So that is a 2.3 points per game, folks. 2.3 points per game. That's like Steve Larmer on Sega Genesis on NHL 95 stats, which is ridiculous. And, of course, we all love the fact that he fancies his game after another Hawk that we all know and love, Showtime, Mr. Showtime, Patrick Kane. And also, he's an actual cousin via marriage of Connor Bedard. So, come on home, McKenna. Like, could you even imagine McKenna and Bedard on the same team? That would be like Yager and Crosby or Hall and Makita. Like, again, ridiculous. Is this what the Hawks are hoping for? Who knows? But if it happens, I don't think any of us would be complaining. So, very, very cool. Okay. Okay, number 3. I asked for lines. So, before I get to you guys, here's some lines, or at least one line from another expert, Scott Powers. Not you experts, but another expert. Scott Powers from The Athletic figures that some good line pairings coming out of the gate would be Frundell, Bedard, and Donato as a first line. Very solid, very solid. I mean, come on. Burakovsky, maybe, if Frundell isn't in the mix, but definitely solid. He's got Teravainen, Nazar, and Bertuzzi on the second line. Again, the Hawks ended the season with this line. Makes sense. He's got Foligno, Dickinson, and Mikheyev for the third line. Again, solid. Mikheyev really showed some good defensive play last year. I think all three, this is the last year of their contracts. So, they all got something to play for. That's good. He also got the last line is Moore, Green, and Slaggert. He said Lafferty obviously could easily fit in there as well. So what do you guys think? I mean, it's good. It's all, tons of speculation. Obviously, this could go many, many, many different ways. It's just fun, but it definitely could be something there. Gosh, I'm really sorry, guys, with all the throat problems here. Anyway, last but not least, here's the hot takes. Again, you come from the content, you stay for the comments. So let's get into it. Crazy Slurp 1088. First of all, interesting name. He said, for next season, we need to play our young guys where we want them to hold the spots in the future. We don't care how good we are in standings for one more season because of McKenna. But for lines, we could look at something like this to get us excited. Line 1 would be Donato, Bedard, Moore. Line 2, Bertuzzi, Nazar, Teravainen. That would be good. Line 3, Slager, Dickinson, Burakovsky. Line 4, Foligno, Lafferty, Mikheyev. That's not bad either. D1, Vlasic, Rinzel. D2, Korchinski, Levchinov. D3, Kaiser, Murphy, Knighton, Soderblom at goalie. This is assuming that they maintain the same roster as the end of last year. If anyone would like the explanation on line combos, just ask. Fair enough. Very nice. I'm going to try to say this. Ernest Deason? Ernest Deason, 7979, said, I expect Bedard to get 25 goals, maybe 75 points this season. Excuse me. Looking at the Hawks lineup, this team is going to have a hard time. The preseason will provide some insight into what's in store. Last year, the preseason showed us exactly what the Hawks were, or who the Hawks were. Preseason games don't mean anything for contenders, but for teams like the Hawks, usually, it's a good indication of what you have. Very true. And 75 points kind of is like the benchmark, right? Between like yeah, you're doing really great, or you're doing really, really great. So, I agree with you. Step Boomer says, big year for Bedsy this year. I'm betting 35 goals and 45 assists. That's 35. That's like more than 12 points. That's going to be a great year for him. Brandon Potts says, I need one more year in the lottery and then let's push. Fair enough. Excuse me, one more drink. This is water, by the way. Chicago Blackhawks says, bet Taves like Jets pizza. I think that's back to you, Dave. Aha, or regarding Goons, Lafferty can fight, and newly drafted Aston Cumbie and Parker Holmes are on the way up. Our top line is anyone's guess. I would like to see Frondell, Bedard, Nazar at some point. That would be a very strong line for sure. Fubartotale, I think I said that right, 3389 said, basically, yeah, it's a long thing, but basically he was saying that the era of the pure goon is over, right? Drafting goons is a waste of a draft choice, which is true, right? We all know that. I grew up in the age of the goons, so I'm kind of partial to them. I like that, but you're right. It's always skill. Now you want skill all the way through the roster. Totally understand that. Oh, here's Dave. Dave 5857 says 27-30 goals, 75 points. He could take off this year since he works on his speed this summer. Very true, sir. Tom F 3256 says, I'm enjoying the show. Oh, thank you, sir. You're doing a good job. Thank you very much. He said, we're starting to get a good group of fans in the chat. See, that's all you guys that are ready for some young, exciting players. This year would be fun. The future is bright with this group. Absolutely. Absolutely, Tom. You're freaking nailing it. And Lester 701 said, glad you were better, sir. Well, I was until I got caught in the rain. So we'll see how this weekend goes. But that is going to be it for today, guys. Really appreciate it. Again, thank you so much for tuning in as always. Please let me know your thoughts. Really appreciate it. Do check out Kinsey Foods, kinseyfoods.com. Kinsey, just like the street or the chop house. And share your thoughts as usual. Again, I love all the passion. I love your hockey smarts. I love everyone being very courteous to each other in the chat as well. Really super, super cool. Please tune in every weekday. Get your Blackhawks Daily download. And then, really impress your friends and neighbors, right? Obviously, like I always say, you guys probably impressed them already, but go ahead and impress them even more. And share. Please like, subscribe, share about the channel. I really appreciate it. I really do. It's so much fun for me. I hope it's fun for you. And let's keep building this. We got to support this original 6 team. They deserve to be on the top of the echelon. We can't have freaking the Utah who coming in and Minnesota what? And who? Screw all those guys. The Blackhawks are the best team ever. We have the best sweater in sports. Let's go. So thanks so much. I'm PJ. We'll see you next time on the Blackhawks Daily.